ask this question very often, either during table topics or when I meet new friends. What has been the most beautiful phase of your life? Or what have been the most beautiful years of your life? I invariably and immediately answer, my school days or my childhood days. Well, for most of us, our school and childhood days are really amazing because they're carefree, worry-free life where you don't have to worry about worldly matters or whether the projector works or not. But I realized there was something more to it. There was something more, there was another reason why I felt my childhood was the most beautiful. Imagine this. Waking up to the sounds of birds chirping, small birds chirping. Walking to school through a trail which feels like you're walking in a forest, beautiful trees around. When you look out of your classroom window, you see a beautiful, magnificent view, a river flowing through, and a lush green foliage. And in the evenings, you spend time playing in the mountains and valleys. It was truly enchanting. This is how I spent my childhood in a boarding school for a lot many years. And I believe this is the reason why I find my childhood the most beautiful. And imagine my agony when immediately after that, I moved to a city where I wake up to these sounds. Constant honking of cars. When I look out of my window, I find walls covered with moss. Okay, there may not be moss, but there surely are walls. No green patch for miles together. I drive to work in this kind of traffic, pollution on my face. It was a truly tough phase of my life, where I had an amazing job. I was doing well. It was my dream job. I loved it. I had an amazing set of friends. But still, I felt something was amiss. I spent a lot many years doing this kind of work, spending in this kind of environment. And I couldn't figure out what is it. And then one day I came across this quote in a book I was reading, The Diary of a Young Girl. The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be alone with the heavens, nature and God. Anne Frank says she firmly believes that nature brings solace in all troubles. So true. And I realized that my problem was nature deficit disorder, because I was staying in urban environments for a long period. The research says that staying in such an environment gives you an overtaxed brain, lack of creativity, fatigue, distracted mind, stress, restlessness, and so many of us face this today. Especially in Kuwait, you don't see a green patch for I don't know how many miles. So getting out into nature allows parts of the brain to restore and replenish themselves. So how do you do this when you're staying in such a country? A study says, a study at University of Utah was conducted which found that people were 50% more creative after spending 4 days of backpacking in nature. Another research shows that people's memory power and attention span grows significantly after spending time in a natural outdoor setting. So what do? Plunk ourselves on the couch, eat and watch television, drink, although we don't get it in this country, but still we can get it in this country, alcohol, or go take a holiday. Well, most of us do take holidays. But I, from my own experience and my friends' experience, know that holidays can be very stressful too. Some people go so much overboard that they feel like taking a holiday after a holiday. Because they try and do so many things. And mostly, when we are living in a country outside of our home country, you go back home and you want to meet all the relatives, you want to do all kinds of things, meet friends, that so much, eat at that place, and all those kinds of things. You don't get a chance to relax. So I'll tell you about some holidays, some offbeat destinations that you all can head towards. These are small places just examples that I'm giving you all, but you all can find you all can do your research and find some places like this. This is a place near Pune called Moraji Chincholi, which means a town of peacocks. They have homestays there. And when you look out of the window, you find peacocks on the trees. Peacocks are loitering around everywhere as if they're your friends. It's a small village, and the villagers are so friendly and they provide you all the possible things that can make you enjoy. If you go during monsoons, you'll be lucky enough to find such a sight. And it truly is beautiful. That feeling of staying in a rural setting. Or nowadays, there are other facilities like in Rajasthan, my parents have been to this place called Tantiawas village, where you can stay in those thatched roofs, the very rural setting. It gives you that very homely feeling where you can go back to your roots. You can go farming. There are bullock carts on which you can travel from one village to another, and it's truly enchanting. Now, most of us, even I come from, my background is from, I come from a very little village, but now we don't have any connections there. We all have moved to the city. But I know how it feels. Or, you can go to the Himalayas. There are some very small, tiny villages in the Himalayas which are truly out of the world. This is a scene. This is one of the things that my brother had shot. You can sit all day watching those clouds amidst the mountains. And this is the view of the Himalayas from there. So there's so many of us who are stressed out in our lives, but yet we want to go to some, there's no harm in going to some urban settings. We go on holidays where, again, there are cars honking, this, that. Try and do this once in a while. When you go back to India, try and visit a small village where you can go back to your roots. And who else but Albert Einstein has said, look deep into nature, and then you will understand